Hey Group 2, how are you? This week we are focusing on EA, saying the short E sound. So there's lots of words that have EA in them, and usually the more common one is that EA, whenever they're next to each other, actually makes the long E sound. Like if I have the word bead, B-E-A-D, but eed, right? You hear that long E sound? In this week's list, you're going to have EA words that actually say eh, the short E sound. And there are lots of these too, unfortunately. So you have to really pay attention. Is it E or is it eh? And the interesting one, and I'm going to give you this as a contrast, is the word read, which could also be read. So R-E-A-D, right? I read a book every day. I read for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. You can't see that because of the glare. Hold on. Move it a little lower. R-E-A-D, right? If I read a book, or I tell you read for 30 minutes, right? I love saying that word. That EA says the long E sound. But if last night I read a book, it's still the same spelling, but the EA is eh, I read. So if it's happening right now, we say read, but the same word, same spelling, is also read, as if I read it in the past. Confusing. I know. English is really hard. So some other words that have EA saying a short E sound. And you'll notice a lot of these rhyme, and that's also very helpful. Usually words that rhyme have the same spelling pattern. Not always, but very frequently. So for example, the word feather. EA, short E sound, which rhymes with weather. So you could also figure out how would you spell heather. It's my sister-in-law's name, but it's also a type of flower, right? Change that W to an H, we have the same word. So if they're rhyming, they often have the same pattern. Some other good ones. I can change red into bread by adding a B in the front, right? And that's the bread you eat. There's another word, bread, the homophone, spelled differently, as if like I bred my dog with another dog or something. Some other great words. So sweat has the EA, not sweet, right? Sweet spelled two E's. This is sweat. And so right now I'm wearing a sweater. Well, I know the word sweater is related to the word sweat because it like makes me sweat because it keeps me warm. So all I have to do is add an ER and boom, got sweater. So you really want to pay attention to words that are related to each other because that helps you a lot with spelling. You're going to start to see patterns like, oh wow, that word has this word inside of it. So it's going to be spelled the same way. Another example, let's see, we have, breakfast, right? This one's a tricky one because it looks like the word break, which actually has a long A sound, but it actually is pronounced breakfast, right? Short E sound. And let's see, so sweater, we could do sweaty, right? A lot of words related to the same thing. Feather, weather, we could do leather. I have a leather jacket. EA sound, right? EA says a short E sound. Weapon, healthy. So I'm going to go through your list now. But all of these, EA, have the short E sound. So it's really important to read them slowly and to listen to that vowel sound. So here is your list. Feather, heavy, steady, ready, notice they rhyme, leather, weather, pleasant, sweater, healthy, weapon, sweaty, heaven, meadow. If you don't know what a meadow is, you can look that up, but you can look it up because there's some pictures. It has to do with like a big giant field, a wild field. Measure, treasure, see rhyming, have the same spelling pattern. Breakfast, heather, and leaven. Leaven is an interesting word. It has to do with like when bread rises, we say that it leavened or it rose. So that's a cool word too if you want to look that one up. That might be new to you. Cool. Good luck on your list. Can't wait to see your hard work this week. Keep doing awesome. And I miss you all. Bye, Group 2.